2026 is shaping up to be a legendary year in K-pop. Two of the genre's biggest names, BTS and BigBang, are making full comebacks, but there's more at stake than just single hits or concert tickets. Legacies, global influence, charts, revenues, fandom pride. In this video, we'll explore who has the momentum, who holds the cards, the risks each face, and ultimately who might take the crown, or whether they'll both succeed in different domains. Plus, I'll share my bold prediction, and I want your vote in the comments by the end. Let's dive into the epic comeback story of 2026. BTS, what we know. All 7 members have completed their mandatory military service, freeing them to return as a full group. In a highly watched Weverse livestream, 7.3 million viewers, BTS announced a full group album dropping spring 2026 and a world tour to follow. They've committed to approaching this album with renewed perspective, incorporating insights from their solo projects, reflecting growth since 2022, and recapturing something of their early mindset. BigBang, what we know. BigBang is celebrating its 20th anniversary in 2026. They are confirmed to perform at Coachella 2026, April, marking one of their most visible comebacks to date. Their current active lineup is 3 members, G-Dragon, Taeyang, and Daesung. Other members, notably T.O.P., Seungri, have complex histories, scandals, and their involvement in the full group activities remains uncertain. BigBang is planning not just concerts, but potentially new music, a single or album, documentaries, exhibitions, events to commemorate the 20 years. Industry forecasts and stakes. Analysts at firms like Hana Securities and others predict 2026 could be record earning for the Korean entertainment industry, largely because of these comebacks. Observers expect BTS's return to be especially lucrative, possibly matching or outperforming combined sales of other major entertainment companies. Let's compare where each group has the edge and what might hold them back. When BTS debuted in 2013 under the then little-known Big Hit Entertainment, almost no one imagined they'd one day dominate the world stage. Back then, the K-pop industry was ruled by the so-called Big Three, SM, YG, and JYP Entertainment. Competing with juggernauts like BigBang, EXO, and GOT7 was a near-impossible task. In their early days, BTS faced harsh criticism. Some accused them of copying BigBang's hip-hop style or trying too hard to fit into the existing idol mold. But instead of giving up, they doubled down, writing their own music, producing their own albums, and telling stories that came straight from the heart. Their big turning point came in 2016. With songs like Fire and Spring Day, BTS began to win over audiences in Korea and across Asia. But it was their Love Yourself trilogy that launched them into global superstardom. Their message? Self-love, mental health, and staying true to who you are. These weren't just pop songs. They were emotional lifelines for millions of fans around the world. Unlike many idol groups, BTS didn't rely solely on catchy hooks or flashy choreography. They built a connection. A real one. Their fans, known as ARMY, weren't just spectators. They were part of the movement. In 2020, BTS made history. Their all-English single Dynamite became the first K-pop song ever to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It even earned them a Grammy nomination, something no other Korean group had achieved before. And the success didn't stop there. Butter, Permission to Dance, and Yet to Come continued to dominate charts, solidifying their place in pop culture. By 2023, BTS had 6 #1 songs on the Billboard Hot 100, 5 consecutive #1 albums on the Billboard 200, over 40 million albums sold globally, multiple Grammy nominations, and the most grand prizes, or daesangs, in K-pop history, over 70 of them. But beyond the numbers, what truly sets BTS apart is their story. The story of 7 young men who started from nothing and changed the world through honesty, hard work, and heart. They didn't just break records. They broke barriers, proving that language, culture, and geography are no match for genuine emotion and artistry. BTS redefined what K-pop could be, not just a genre, but a global movement. Before predicting, it helps to define how we measure a win. Because wins aren't just about who sells more. Chart dominance, Billboard, Spotify, Apple, domestic charts, circle gown, streaming first week, digital versus physical sales. Tour success, number of shows, venue size, sold out status, ticket revenue, global reach. Cultural impact, Media presence, endorsements, collaborations, fashion influence, generational or even cross-genre resonance. Fan sentiment and legacy, how loyal fan bases receive the music. Critical reviews, how future generations think of them. Long-term sustainability, does the comeback leave behind content and momentum that continue beyond 2026? Here are possible outcome scenarios and where I believe things are headed. Scenario 1. BTS dominates numerically. BTS drops a killer record that bridges experimental maturity and pop hooks. They hit chart records, Billboard, streaming, tour arenas massive, merch and brand deals skyrocket. Big Bang's return is emotionally powerful, visible, and celebratory, but has more momentum nostalgia than broad mainstream domination. Might dominate in Asia and among older fans, but not overtake BTS globally. Scenario 2. Big Bang surprises and steals the spotlight. If Big Bang delivers new music as Big Bang, say a single or mini album, including maybe even involving T.O.P. or others, and Coachella performance is stunning, they could regain massive global conversation. The anniversary events, documentaries, visuals, collaborations might refresh their brand in the West as well as East. BTS still strong, but Big Bang might outperform expectations in certain markets. Scenario 3. Both win in their own leagues. BTS continues to lead in streaming Western pop, high production value, dominating charts. Big Bang becomes more of a cultural relic turned revived legend. Big festival moments, regional strength, influence, sustained respect. Outcome. K-pop as a whole wins. Industry growth, investment, fan excitement, newer groups benefit. My prediction. I foresee a mix of Scenario 1 plus Scenario 3. BTS will likely lead in numbers. Chart success, streaming, mainstream pop culture impact. But Big Bang's comeback will not be overshadowed. Their 20th anniversary, Coachella, and the emotional weight they carry will give them huge wins in legacy, influence, and selective markets. Overall, I think BTS will get the commercial crown. Big Bang will win hearts, history, and moments. And 2026 will be remembered less as a competition, more as a landmark year when K-pop's second generation and new generation both rose in powerful ways. These are the signals I'll be monitoring carefully, and you should too, because these will show who has the momentum. 1. First single, teaser impact. How many streams, immediate reception, social buzz. 2. Tour announcements. Number of shows, global coverage, pricing, accessibility versus premium, ticket sales speed. 3. Collaborations and features. Western producers, cross-genres, exposure outside traditional K-pop channels. 4. Media and PR handling. Especially for Big Bang, issues of member involvement and handling of past controversies. How transparent, how creative. 5. Streaming numbers in key markets. USA, Europe, Latin America, China. Also domestic Korea and Greater Asia. If I have to put my chips on something specific, BTS will release one or more singles in early 2026 ahead of the album, maybe even late 2025, to build momentum. Their world tour will cover North America, Europe, parts of Latin America, and Asia. Large arenas, sold out or near. Big Bang will likely release at least one new group single as the trio, perform Coachella and possibly other major festivals. They may also release a compilation, documentary, or exhibition as part of the anniversary. Ultimate winner in terms of global impact, BTS, given current infrastructure, recent visibility, and global trends. Ultimate winner in terms of legacy, emotional stakes, redefining the past, bridging with present, Big Bang. Okay, time for your turn. Drop a comment. If you had to pick, who's your champion for 2026, BTS or Big Bang? Why? Which metric matters most to you? Streaming, tour, legacy, fandom, or something else? Also, smash that line. Like if you believe 2026 is the greatest comeback year in K-pop history. Share this with fellow ARMYs, VIPs, anyone who loves great music. Let's get a debate going. If you want more breakdowns like this, album reviews, concert predictions, comparisons with next-gen groups, etc., let me know. I'm planning deep dives all year long. Whatever happens, 2026 is more than just two comebacks. It's a turning point, a chance to see how much K-pop has evolved and where it's going next. BTS and Big Bang both changed the game in their eras. Now they're returning not just as artists, but as symbols. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell, and stay tuned, because the story is just beginning.